It's time to do maintenance. It's time to do maintenance. Yeah, maintenance day. Woohoo. Today we're gonna take a look at the vacuum pump. If you've watched our 1-year review video on the thermoforming machine we have here, you'll see I've commented about the rusted pipes and everything, and consequently, because of the rusted pipe things, because of the humidity in the building here in the summertime and no air conditioning, you can see the pipe has got a coating of stuff in there, and there is, from what I've read, there is an air filter in this pump, and it is probably past time to take a look at that filter and also check the vanes in the pump and make sure there's no damaged vanes that need to be replaced in it, which I'm sure hoping there's not. I'm not looking forward to that idea, that I got to do that. But yeah, we got to take this end cover off the end here. There's some bolts down over here apparently that we got to take off and slide this cover off, and then we can get at the filter. And though maybe it's right there, I don't know. We're going to take a closer look. But we also got to take this cover off anyway to take a look at the vanes. Not the blood veins, but the impeller vanes, that is, on this, because this is an oilless pump, and from what I've gathered on it, it wears those veins out and they can chip and crack, and you don't want that. So here we go. This will be fun. Actually, I think to do this is going to be a pain in the butt. I don't really know. I don't think they situated this pump correctly for maintenance. They should have had it flipped around the other way. So all I have to do is just either get to it through here or take off the side panel to get to it. Putting it in its location right here is kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, upon closer inspection, the label here seems to indicate to inspect at 3,000 hours. Is that right? But wait a minute, this other label over here says 75,000 hours. Man, what is this? Oh no, I'm pretty sure this is a VT. So I think we're at 3,000 hours for inspection. But it does say, that's just for inspection. But I still think we need to air out the filters. Is still a kind of a requirement, just because of our conditions here. So we'll do that and see what happens. Okay, so we did the first step, which was getting the cover off, and to be honest, I'm like, well, that didn't really get us much at all. So what, we got the cover off. You're still not anywhere closer to the filters are behind that thing, apparently. So are the vanes, so I got to do some more bolts. I don't really see what the point was in that at all, to be honest. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I got it off. Man, there was 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. Had to do on the outside of that. Got it. And then I still thought there must be some other bolt I was missing, but it's just been on there so long. I had to kind of like break the seal to get it off that. Man, that was on there tough. So there's the air filter, and it does look kind of nasty. Got lots of junk on it. And I can't tell. I don't know enough how this is supposed to look. If this should look the way it looks or not. All I can say is that a whole bunch of that junk came out after taking it off. So I wouldn't be surprised if things are not entirely how they are supposed to be. And I wish I had more light in here that I could show you. Okay, I'm not really sure how this is working, but just look at the amount of junk in the bottom of that. I don't know if that's coming out of the air in the room, which wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, that's pretty nasty. This side, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be anything there. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's a vacuum pump, so it should be pumping air out of the tank. There shouldn't be much. I don't know why the filter. I don't know how these work, but yeah, if this is coming out of the air in the room, that's pretty bad, I guess, but I'd want a filter on the tank side too, but I guess there isn't. I mean, there's a spot, it looks like there could potentially be an air filter, but there isn't. So I'm not sure how that works. I don't know where the direction of flow is going in here. So yeah, that's pretty nasty. And that's why there was such a pile underneath the pump there too. So, and we've sprayed out the air filter now, so we're gonna clean this out and then put it back on, and we should be ready to go. Okay, looking at the outside of this and seeing the mess that's on here, because this must be a valve there, and like a valve over here. I'm gonna guess that this is the exhaust port for it. It pushes air out, and that's why there's this ring around it. So we'll get that cleaned up as well. And then this is the adjustment, I believe, for the amount of vacuum. So I'm gonna guess this is the tank side, and that would explain the mess. And to be honest, that hose is gonna be sucking air whenever it does a vacuum, and it could be pulling stuff out of the room as well. There's not exactly, I would say, the best seal hose fittings on these. These are not really, these right here are not really the greatest. They don't have a true seal at all. So, and the valve for the vacuum is right there. That's this big tan box. So it could be pulling air through these hoses, I suppose, and creating a vacuum, because the valve, there's no valve on the end of the tank when it comes all the way forward until you get to there. So that could be why it's so nasty, and that would definitely explain the mess down in here. If you're curious, this is Becker VT416. That's what I've got here. Manufactured year 2016, which makes about sense because we got this in 2017, in early part of 2017. And we got this cleaned up now fairly well. I didn't get anything too crazy a cleaner on there, just to make sure nothing affected anything. And I think we're ready to go. We'll put it back together again and fire up. Okay, the shrouds and everything's back on the pump again. Let's turn on the pump, see what happens. Sounds like she's running okay so far. Pressure there. It's probably not a huge difference or anything. It might run a little more efficiently, a little less strain on it maybe than it was before. Should stop here pretty soon and stabilize. I forget what it's normally at, but I think it's around 20, a little bit before 25. I don't think it makes it up to 25 at all, which is fine. Well, what do we do? I don't know. You know, I never really watched this so much to see what it does. Looks like it's staying right there at 25. Right about a little over now. No, not quite there. That's about where it's always at, so we should be good.